plus money and chasing your dreams. DJ B, turn the place, everything. Marriage and relationships are not about rings. Trying to raise a family is so insane. He tries to keep politics off the brain. But sitting in the questions, he might just scream. Business and entrepreneurship is his thing. There is society, then there is reality.
That's my dad. That's my dad.
Welcome. I'm your boy, BBT, and you can ask me anything. How y'all doing today? Now, I know I probably shouldn't play the intro because I lose subscribers. People come in and then they see this and they want to just hear the information. Now, that song means a lot to me. My nephew rapping, my kids on the hook, my sister on the hook, my niece on the hook. Nah, man, that means it gives me life when I play that song. So I suggest you find something that gives you life. Anyway, I'm going to jump right into it. Happy Monday, happy Monday, happy Monday. Monday is for the bosses. Give it up for the bosses. See, hustlers and bosses, we love Mondays because, you know, everybody's out on the weekends and it's time to rest, relax, have fun. But Mondays are the day you put your plan in place, you get your bread right, and you make your money. And so bosses love Monday. I love Mondays. Sometimes the weekends for me, it's too long. I mean, I'm a worker. I need to get in. I need to know that people are at work ready to respond to my emails, ready to respond to my phone calls. We can get some meetings in so we could try to make some bread. So, yeah. So I don't want to discredit the weekends. I mean, it's great. But I think that when you're a boss, when you're an owner, when you're an entrepreneur, you kind of create those opportunities throughout the week. So you don't need the weekend to rest and relax. You kind of, if you manage your time right, you could do that during the week. So yeah. So let's jump right into these tweets of today. I have a few, so I want to share them. First one, a fallen FTX founder Sam Bankman-Fried says he's in the Bahamas despite buzz that he fled to Argentina after his company's collapse. No, this story is getting more and more interesting. Apparently, FTX had a lot of ties to a lot of different things. I mean, $16 billion is a lot of money. And apparently a lot of banks were tied to him. A lot of political things were tied to him. But I'll get into that in a second. So the next tweet, this is from Kyrie Irving, now going by Hila. I'm not sure if it's an official name change, but if you listen to his IG post a few weeks back, or when I posted it, he mentioned that they stole his name, Kyrie. He's going by Hella. I think I'm saying it right, Hella. But anyway, he said, I was not put here on earth to participate in any religious political wars or incite racial disharmony, prejudice within communities. We are all equal under the sun, and I am here to participate in the building of an equal world and follow the word of the Most High God. Yeah. Kyrie. Next tweet. When you disagree with a Democrat, you're either a white supremacist or Uncle Tom. Hey, when I saw this, it resonated. And see, someone like me, once again, I've always been this person that I don't really follow either side, the left or the right. I always try to look back and see who's saying things that resonates with me. But lately, I've actually started to pay attention even further to see how a lot of the things are done to sway the narrative and sway your opinion in terms of who you should be following. And at the end of the day, this picture resonates so well because I'm starting to see like, damn, like if you say something about this person, you're a white supremacist, you say something about this person and you have a darker complexion, your Uncle Tom. I think that it has to be one of them things where we're open to all dialogue. We're open to hearing solutions to the problems. It doesn't matter which side of the aisle the person is on. But that's going to go over people's heads because at the end of the day, if you follow the Democrats, whatever they say is always right. Same with the Republicans. So you keep living like that. Next tweet. Okay, this is actually, I saw this. Yeah, I saw this on Twitter. This is from Eton Thomas. Actually, I saw this on Instagram. I'm sorry. He said, not only are the Brooklyn Nets saying that Kyrie has to meet with Jewish leaders, but they are dictating which Jewish leaders he meets with. I'm Jewish, and the Anti Defamation League definitely doesn't represent me. I have so many issues with that organization as a whole. One being that they are trying to push the IHRA definition of anti Semitism into law, which is very dangerous. Ooh, it conflates it conflates critiques of contemporary Israel policy against the Palestinians for anti-Semitism. I can't support an organization that would push for something like that. Chuck Mahdi. I don't know who this Chuck Mahdi guy is, but obviously Eton Thomas knows him. This is interesting that if that is indeed the case about the law, that is very dangerous. And so we definitely got to pay attention to this and just see what the game plan is, what the moves are. Hopefully, I can share some light on certain things that one brings things to my attention that I'm not aware of. That's why I love doing the show, and then two, hopefully, bring some things to your attention so we can move accordingly. Anyway, next tweet. Seth Dillon says, so Biden gave loads of money to Ukraine, who gave loads of money to FTX, who gave loads of money to Democrats. Sounds like a potentially massive scandal. The media will have absolutely no interest in covering. So yeah, I talked a little bit about this. Apparently, FTX is tied to a lot of different things. Me being non-political, I see it all the time about Biden giving money to Ukraine, and I've checked various sources, and it's insane. But I don't want to get into that because I know that goes into a whole different direction. But this is interesting. If FTX was tied to this, like, will they discuss it? Will they talk about it? So, yeah. But you do your own research. I'm just sharing some tweets that really resonates with me. So, next tweet. Malcolm Shabazz. The ADL is now attacking black comedian Dave Chappelle and calling him anti-Semitic for telling jokes on Saturday Night Live. So now you can't even tell a joke about Jews. They lost their mind. This is going to backfire on Jews because people are tired of it. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I listen to Dave Chappelle, and he always pushes the boundaries on whatever he talks about. And it's just interesting now. It's like, isn't it funny? I never heard of ADL before the whole Kyrie thing, and now all of a sudden they're involved in everything. And doesn't this seem very familiar to situations in the past? Remember with Hurricane Katrina, and then we first heard of what's the organization that came out, and before that, you never heard of that organization. It's just interesting how these organizations just pop up out the blue, and then all of a sudden they dominate the news. So just pay attention. I think that there's definitely a move or something that's happening with the ADL. I mean, you saw the Eton Thomas post. I don't know. Pay close attention to that. Next week. Boyce Walker's PhD said, I'm watching Black Panther 2, and I've concluded that Disney chose to model this film after the fatherless Black family, where women are forced to become masculine protectors. This doesn't make space for the Black male. Women and men are not the same. We need each other. Yeah, I got to give it up to Boyce, Dr. Boyce. I gave you guys my recap of Black Panther 2, Wakanda Forever, and I told you I didn't like it other than the tribute to Chadwick Boseman. Yeah, that's the vibe I got. Like, come on, man. It's like they try to make it so black men are extinct. I mean, I saw The Woman King and I actually liked the movie. Actually, if Woman King is better than Black Panther 2, if you ask me. So if you want to see a woman empowerment movie, go see that movie. It was good. But with that being said, falls under a similar narrative. Like the men are irrelevant. And it's like, damn, man, what happened to pushing the concept of black family? Like we need each other. We need each other. I couldn't imagine trying to raise my kids by myself or my wife trying to raise them by herself. Like it's so much that kids need to learn, need to see, need to understand, need to be disciplined, need to be loved. And it's like everything that is getting pushed, not everything, but a lot of things that's getting pushed to the top, especially in the black community, is the fact that we're not in the homes. And I think there needs to be more imagery for the kids to see that family is important. Family is everything. And it seems almost like in our community, it's like, fuck that. We don't need that. Women, go women, go women, go women. And to take Black Panther, which means everything to a person like me, I'm 45 years old. I waited forever for a black superhero. Unfortunately, Chadwick Boseman passed, but now you put a woman in that role. Nah, Holmes. Nah, I'm not feeling it. And so we need to pay attention. And I see all the posts. Great movie, great movie, great movie. Ah, man, we got to stop being hit with that okey doke. It's not right. Family is everything. Anyway, next tweet. African Hub, never forget what they did to our African ancestors. A history written in blood cannot be unwritten by lies written in ink. So this image is important to me because it's almost like they want us to just forget this. So not only were we enslaved for such a very long time, you never said sorry and you never repaid us for the money you earned from free labor. And it's like we just forget it and we just follow a party, we just follow a narrative without saying, hold up, listen, you guys did some bad things to my ancestors, right? Correct your wrong. If you're not going to correct your wrong, okay, before I vote for you, before I do anything, there needs to be something in it for me. And I don't understand why this isn't the mentality across our community. And I know why. The media is a powerful tool, and we just anyway. Let's go next tweet. The new CEO of Amazon, Adam Jesse, is a white Jewish man. The ADL can call him at any time, but they have no juice to force him to do anything. Amazon clears all documentaries before posting, and the doc in question was clear of any hate. This isn't about a doc. I agree, 19 keys. It's not about the doc. It's about manipulation, control, and power. Next tweet. Jason Whitlock, sources, Black Lives Matters leaders have promised to speak out on behalf of Kyrie Irving when he died, sticking with their gimmick of supporting dead black men for money. It wasn't a joke, but I mean, it was a joke, but it's very, very true. It's like, how can the organization that raised the most money, or one of the organizations that raised the most money for the black community, where did that money go, and where did they go? Like, how come they were so like Black Lives Matter painting streets, monument statues, and they just disappear? Like that doesn't sit well with me, and it shouldn't sit well with you. And so it's just interesting when we need a voice to speak up on matters. It's no one. Where's the lawyer that's always coming around when someone, when a family member dies? I think his name is Ben Crump. Where's he? Where's all of the outspoken leaders when there's an issue that we definitely see there's problems and there needs to be someone to speak up. So yeah, next week, two of the biggest scammers in history. This is I talked about this guy Sam. What's his name again? Sam Bankman, and this lady is Elizabeth Holmes. She was convicted of a bunch of different things. You can look her up, Elizabeth Holmes. But apparently, they graced the Forbes cover as the richest human beings. It's like we got to be careful who we follow. We got to be careful who they tell us to follow. We got to be careful who we're praising because some people have skeleton in their closet. So, but anyway, that's all the tweets for today. So I want to talk a little bit about this LeBron picture right here. So apparently LeBron was at a Jewish wedding. Now this story is a little bit old, but it caught my attention. I think this happened in May, earlier this year in May. But basically LeBron attends Jewish NYC wedding, holds hands with ex-convict rabbi. Now I'm not a person that just follow headlines, so obviously I did a little research, and this crossed my eye because I was on Twitter and it came up, and I was like, "Why is LeBron? Like, who is this dude? Like, why is LeBron? Whatever." So anyway, the story: LeBron James draws attention. He's 6'9". You can go and read the article for yourself, but I want to get down here to this part. In 2010, James reportedly sought spiritual guidance for Pinto during a big merchandising meeting that took place on a private yacht, according to TMC. James then reportedly donated $100,000 to Pinto's Shovel Israel organization, which included a yeshiva. In 2014, Pinto was sentenced for bribing an Israeli police officer and served a year in prison. The police officer's superior, who came under public scrutiny from Pinto's fathers, committed suicide. Damn, this shit go deep. Also in 2014, Pinto helped connect Michael Grimm, a former Republican congressman from New York, with some of his wealthy followers. Some of their donations, as much as 300,000, were sent in illegal ways, and Grimm also wound up serving time for tax evasion. On Sunday, James and Pinto looked as close as ever. Video uploaded to YouTube by Jewish insiders shows James holding Pinto's hand and listening closely to the rabbi's ear before giving him a big hug. So yeah, I mean, I always say, like I said, I used to have conversations with a buddy of mine. It's like, why don't the people who we look up to speak up? And their assumption was always these people are bought. They sign these deals and they can't speak up. And if they speak up, they'll take it from it. So these were the assumptions that we had many, many years ago. So not only are they assumptions, they're theories, right? Unless you actually in the scene and you know personally what's happening, you're just making assumptions, you're making theories, whatever the case may be. Even though you feel it deep in your heart, this is what it is, because it makes no sense if you are saying and doing the things that you're saying and you're about black people, why not speak up? But then you have people like Kanye that come out and they put it all out there. And you say, okay, my theory was right. And then when you see stuff like this, you're like, damn, LeBron, like what's up? Like, why are you so interconnected to a point where you are holding hands like this is like your BFF, you're giving money. And it's like when you start to look back and you start thinking, you're like, oh, okay, I get it now. I get it now. I get it now. So, yeah, I mean, I just think it's interesting that these things just kind of get swept under the rug. And this is no attack on LeBron. I guess when you are the first to do something, you're getting to a point, you're getting your money, you're getting your bread, you just want to be a billionaire. You're like, I'm going to work with the people that's going to get me there. Yeah. But anyway, I'm going to leave with this one video and you be the judge of what you think of the LeBron James video and that type of thing. For me, I don't like it. I really don't. So let me play this.
Kind of slaves. There was the house Negro and the field Negro. The house Negro, they lived in the house with the master. They dressed pretty good. They ate good because they ate his food, what he left. They lived in the attic or the basement, but still they lived near the master. And they loved the master more than the master loved himself. They would give their life to save the master's house quicker than the master would. The house Negro, if the master said, we got a good house here, the house Negro said, yeah, we got a good house here. Whenever the master said we, he said we. That's how you can tell a house Negro. If the master's house caught on fire, the house Negro would fight harder to put the blaze out than the master would. If the master got sick, the house Negro would say, what's the matter, boss? We sick. We sick. He identified himself with his master more than his master identified with himself. And if you came to the house Negro and said, let's run away, let's escape, let's separate, that house Negro would look at you and say, man, you crazy. What you mean separate? Where is there a better house than this? Where can I wear better clothes than this? Where can I eat better food than this? That was that house Negro. In those days, he was called a house nigger. And that's what we call him today because we still got some house niggers running around here. This modern house Negro loves his master. He wants to live near him. He'll pay 3 times as much as the house is worth just to live near his master. And then brag about, I'm the only Negro out here. I'm the only one on my job. I'm the only one in this school. You're nothing but a house Negro. And if someone comes to you right now and say, let's separate, you say the same thing that the house Negro said on the plantation. What you mean?
So yeah, there you have it. There you have it. Malcolm X I couldn't have said it no better. Malcolm X been talking about this for a very long time, and we're seeing it modern day. I think that we have to be careful who we choose to call a leader. was having a conversation with a guy at the bar the other day. He's like, we need more leaders. And I turned in, he's an older guy too. And I said, nah, man. I said, you're a leader. I'm a leader. I said, we got to start in our homes and in our neighborhoods. And we got to be honest, because the people that they give us leaders, they're so easily bought. And if you're choosing to follow someone that's easily bought, then you can't necessarily believe what that person is saying, because the dollar is always going to guide their advisement or the thoughts or the actions that they take. So yes, you are a leader, I'm a leader, and we got to start there. We got to start in our homes and our communities. I started doing the coaching. I got to do more. I got to mentor more. I got to teach these young kids what's right. And whoever you can get through, whoever you can get, because at the end of the day, I don't trust none of these MFers anymore. And that's just me. So I think that's it for me. Hope you have an amazing Monday. And yeah, good day.